reason why we put the show on was to build awareness around this type of OCD, which is commonly known as pure O. We feel like this subject's not really covered much and haven't really seen art explore this subject much or even really talked about. I think at the beginning of experiencing like really high intrusive thoughts, it can be really confusing, right?
Yeah.
Like people don't know what's going on.
We didn't even know what was going on, really.
And you don't really associate it with OCD because of the stigma around it.
What we also wanted to try and show with this exhibition is how we use artwork as a form of therapy for ourselves to sort of like process through the emotions that we were dealing with. And although we were sort of making work attached to OCD and intrusive thoughts, it was also a sort of way of distracting yourself from what you were experiencing, even though it was on intrusive thoughts.
Yeah, definitely. I also feel like it's like explaining the way you feel. Like, it's like quite a complicated disorder. So lots of people don't understand, and you can't really blame them for not understanding. And I feel like the drawings, to lots of people, they can be quite emotive, and they can help
understand
help explain the way you feel, and maybe just enlighten them a little bit about how it feels to experience these intrusive thoughts.
The exhibition includes a variety of mediums and materials. So I focused mainly on the use of monoprints. I also do a lot of digital work, so I do digital collaging as well, and recently got back into lino prints.
I used to kind of be quite representational of the human form, but ever since kind of experiencing anxiety in general, like I've started to use like my abstract figures. The way I describe it is it's like a form which you know, but it doesn't quite make sense. And I feel like that's how it feels to experience anxiety in the form of OCD, that you know you don't really feel this way, or you know you don't really think this thing, but your brain's telling you otherwise. And I think that's kind of what that figure represents to me.
Yeah, putting a like shape or form to the OCD and the anxiety,
It's painful and it's hard, and lots of people feel really alone who suffer with this because they feel like they can't talk to people about it. And I think that's why the show is a good opportunity to break the stigma, open the conversation. Tonight is for the OCD community. I suppose for people to feel less alone. People are travelling from all over the UK to come tonight, so that's really exciting. And to have people meet each other who have been in like group therapy chats and like talking about their darkest thoughts and all coming together.
In a safe space.
Coming together and meeting each other. It's going to be quite emotional, I think. Rob will be here tonight as well, giving a speech for everyone within the community.
So I'm supporting Martha and Natalie. My company OCD Treated treats OCD all over the world, and Martha reached out to me and she wanted treatment for her OCD. And so when I found out that she was an artist and she did lots of illustrations all about OCD, it made a lot of sense to me that we wanted to bring this to a larger audience so that they could see all about what OCD was in all its forms, because for so long that's never ever got that attention. The events that we've been putting on this weekend in London have been showcasing all the different types of OCD thoughts, mainly in the pure OCD form, which is all intrusive thoughts that happen in the head. And so Martha did illustrations along with my guidance of the things to do with the specific thoughts that people have. So ones that get very little attention: existential OCD, POCD, harm OCD, just to name a few of the OCD subtypes. So together they've brought together a good illustration, a combination of exactly what's involved in OCD, and in art form it's very good for that because it really brings that to life. That's why we put on an event where I could speak as well to give more information in relation to OCD, because with just the illustrations alone you can get an idea of it, but needed me to speak to give a bit of a background in relation to what was involved with the OCD, how it goes on in the head. And so the speeches that I've been doing over this weekend have been sort of highlighting what I do in relation to treatment for OCD and how OCD sort of manifests itself in people's thinking and why it needs so much more attention.
The art's amazing. If I wasn't poor, I would buy some. But in terms of meeting people, because these people that we chat to on a daily basis in groups and things like that, so it's really nice to see them, and it's just nice, like I said, to find people that it's like you don't talk about it with other people often. So it's like being a little tribe. So it's really lovely.
It's been brilliant to meet everyone in person, and even though like we know each other from the group therapy, it's been a great experience to actually to meet everyone in person and to speak to people, and yeah, just enjoy the art gallery.
Today it's been really great just to chat to people who I've spoken to about everything before, and it just feels so open and free and non-judgmental, and it feels really refreshing and really great to have everyone together, just talking about our struggles and just having fun as well.
This has been such a great opportunity to like open up the discussion or teach people what it's about, and then I don't know, for people to maybe realise that, oh, maybe I'm struggling with that, or maybe I have that, or maybe my friend does, or maybe my family does.
Yeah.
So people don't have to suffer in silence.
Yeah.